Welcome to the Armada Fair online entry system. As you can see, we are online using our Google Chrome browser. You can use Internet Explorer or Safari to complete this process as long as you are at the URL address armada.fairwire.com up here in the corner. So once you're here, you'll have at our welcome home page. Here's some instructions here. You can follow them or you can just follow me on this little tutorial. So my first thing here is I'm going to go up here in the right hand corner to sign in. I click sign in and then this menu pops up. And then we're going to select I am a, and you're going to choose your type. So by clicking choose a type, you're going to click exhibitor or a club or a quick group. So the difference between these three is that an exhibitor is just someone that's entering items for themselves. So if I'm Jane Doe off the street and I just want to enter some items into barn 3 and some animals, that's what I'm going to do. If I'm a club, I'm going to be a club leader and I'm going to go in and approve my club's entries per person. So that'll only be for the club leader. And then as a quick group, I'm going to be essentially a family member. So if I'm the dad of 3 children and all 3 of my children are entering items to the fair, I'm going to click a quick group because I'll be able to add all of their entries in one foul swoop, and as essentially the dad, I can itemize what entry is for what kid. So as an exhibitor, it's just a single person entering the items for themselves. A club is a club leader, and then a quick group is for a family that has more than one child, or as like a parent and a child. So the parent's going to enter their stuff, and the parent is going to enter the stuff for the child. So to make this easier, I'm just going to do exhibitor first. And so what I'm going to do is going to type in my information. So Armada and Fair, and then I'm going to click I'm a new exhibitor or have yet to register this year. So this is when you come in and this is the first time on the system. This is creating your account. So that's when you click this first bubble. If you've already been here for this year and you've created your account at this step already, then I'm going to click I have previously registered. And when you click I have previously registered, it's going to pop up this password. If you don't know your password, that means you probably haven't signed up yet. If you do know your password, type it in and then click continue. So right now we don't know our password, so we're a new exhibitor. We're going to click continue, and then it's going to pre-populate those first 2 people, or those first 2, the first and last name. And then I'm going to create a password here. Generic password works as long as you remember it. I'm going to pay my premiums to my certain name, so then I'm going to put in my address that pre-populated for myself. So the address of the Armada Fair, city is Armada, state is Michigan, postal code 48005. Our phone number is here, and then our emails are there. And then if you're part of a school, you can click a school there, but actually they don't pop up, so you can't click a school. And then you're going to type in your age, you're going to put in your birthday, and then you can leave this empty. And then once all that's filled out, you'll be able to click continue, and then you're just going to check over your information, double check that it's all right, and then click continue again. And then at that point, when at that other menu, when it said am I a new exhibitor or have I previously registered, after that point, after you've confirmed your information, you'll be able to click on that second bubble because it's created a password for you. But so now it took us to this next step, and now I'm ready to enter the items. So from here, I'm going to choose the department that I want to enter into. So we're going to go rabbits, and then once it clicks rabbits, then it's going to choose the division. So we're going to do Dutch, and then once it clicks division, then it'll go to class. So this auto populates to what department, what division, and what class. And then I'm going to click my class. I'm going to give my rabbit a title. So this is going to be Buster. And then you can add other descriptions as you'd like. If it's part of a club, you can add the club here. This is not part of a club, so we're not going to do that. And then we're going to click down here, add one entry to the cart. It adds the entry to the cart. It comes up green here. Now, if that's the only thing you're entering into the fair, you can click continue. However, I'm going to add another entry here. I can add a different entry which will start at the department level, or I can add a similar entry. So if I'm going to add a similar entry, I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm clicking add similar entry, and then it auto-populates the department and division that I was last in, and then I can choose a different class. Now if we go back, I can do add a different entry, and that will auto-populate back to department. So now I have a sheep. I'm going to choose its division, and then I'm going to choose its class, and then I'm going to give the sheep a name. We're going to call him Aaron. And then description you can leave blank. Again, you can choose a club if you'd like, if it's part of a club. And then you're going to click add entry to cart, and then it's added. Now at this point I've gotten all my entries in, both of those two entries. I can add a different entry like I said before, or you can add a similar entry. However, I'm done now, and so I'm going to click continue. And then at continue is going to be all of my prices. So if I wanted a livestock pioneer band, I can add it to the cart here, delete it there. The one thing you have to notice is that you're always going to have this online processing fee applied, which is $5. And then you also want to add in what, if you're open adult entry, it's going to be $10. If it's open child entry, it's going to be $5. So I'm an adult. I'm going to do the open adult entry fee. So there's that. And then I'm going to add in like a weekly parking pass. And then I needed a sheep pen. And then I needed a rabbit cage here. So I've got all of my items added in. I've checked over everything. And now I'm going to click continue. And once I get here, it's going to show up what I've entered. And then it's going to show all my fees. So I'm going to get the required online fee. I'm going to get my adult entry fee, my rabbit cage, my sheep pen, and then my weekly parking pass. And then the total will come up down here. I can add more entries if I forgot something. I can empty my cart, which will erase all these priced items, or I can save this cart for later. So if I get in a pinch and I got to take my son to baseball, I can say, oh, I'm going to save this cart, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish it tonight. So save for later is going to be finished for tonight. And then at that point, I would go in and type in my name and then type in my password, and then it'll take me to the screen where I left off, and then I can go to checkout. However, we're done, so we're going to go to checkout. Now at the checkout menu, we're going to click payment method. We're going to do a Visa. We're going to type in the card number, and then it's going to come to this menu, and I'm going to click yes, because I agree that all these items are correct and I'm going to be charged that much money. And then I'm going to click submit. And at this point, it's going to make sure that your credit card information was correct, so it could take a while, maybe no more than 10 seconds. And then it says uploaded of files needed. So I've gotten my confirmation page. I've got the total amount here, what I've paid, and then I'm going to copy an email of this receipt to the email I want. And then I'm going to click upload files. At this point, you've paid for it, you've registered your items, and now we're going to go into a system to allow you to upload your files, like a key Paul or pen request form, your Coggins, etc., etc. So instead of coming to the office and turning them in, you can upload your files right here into the system, so you can do it all in one step. So now I'm at the upload file settings. So I'm going to go to armadafair.org. I'm going to go over to Fair Book and Registration, and so here I'm going to fill out open stall and pen request form, and then there's the other forms as well. So I'm going to do open class stall and pen. I'm going to fill in this information. That's all right, and then I'm going to click download, and you'll download it, and then once it's downloaded onto your desktop, you'll come back here to your files, and then choose a file, and then upload it. And then it's going to upload, and then once it's uploaded at 100%, You're going to click Next. You're going to click Next. And then this says that this class is not set up for a file upload. And then, so that's fine if it's not. And then you're just going to click Done. Done. And then you're back and it says thank you, and then you can go to your account summary down there. And then if you didn't upload your files at that point because you still needed time to to fill them out and then upload them, you can just go to your account summary, and then up here in the right hand corner you can go to your profile, or you can go to your past transactions, and then when you go to your past transactions it'll show up, and then you can say, oh, my files are ready to upload now. I'm going to click here, upload files, and then you can upload your files at that point. So you'll always be able to access this information, whether it's your profile or your transactions, from this page here. So I'm going to go to sign out now, and then let's go to home. So I'm at the start again. This says sign in, so I'm going to go sign in. I'm an exhibitor, like I said before. I'm Armada Fair, but I've previously registered this year. So at this point, I'm going to input my password, and I'm going to click continue. And my information is already up and ready. This information is correct. And then I can add more entries, or I can go up here and click your past transactions and say, oh, I need to upload my file still. Here, I'm going to click it now. Or I want to review my receipt, so I'm going to click it, and your receipt's going to show up here. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, give the fair an email, office@armadafair.org. Or if you need assistance over the phone, please give us a call at 586-784-5488. Hopefully this is helpful, and have a nice day.